episode 10 of Supergirl. The first episode back from the hiatus is called Suspicious Minds. I am your host, Shanna, here with the doctor. And we're going to get into it because we're already feeling away. So this episode features heavily on Colonel Haley. Black woman. We were very excited to see your sister on the show. And now not so much. How do you feel about this week's episode?
It was good, but every other word out of my mouth when she was on screen was bitch. This bitch. Oh my God, I was pissed. I was so mad.
So I can't remember how this came up, but this past weekend was the Black Comics Arts Festival here in San Francisco. And they had some great speakers, panelists. Daniel Holze Older was there. An author I had not heard of, but I bought her book, Rebecca Roanhorse, David F. Walker, who's working on Naomi and Bitterroot. So, just all these people who I love. And the conversation somehow turned to diversity in the sense of like making characters people of color, but not really talking about race. And so I think when it comes to something like this is where I get frustrated. Because I'm very happy we have a Black woman character. I'm fine with having a Black woman character be a villain. I don't have a problem with that. I think the problem that I'm having is that you can't do a strictly evil character of color like the same way you would do a white man who's evil.
Right.
Like if Colonel Haley was like a white male military man, you don't even actually need to go deeper. Like we get it. But it's like if she's a Black woman, I need her to acknowledge, just in a small way, I need her to acknowledge her Blackness in areas where this wouldn't sit right with her.
Right. There's no discussion of that. And honestly, with a white male evil character on a show like this, you would get that. Do you see what I mean? You would have that conversation either internally or with someone that she trusted, or even with the president. Like, I know what you're trying to do, or there was none of that. She's just evil to be evil, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's real, like it's really frustrating me that is not the way. So in the episode, she is there's these creatures, these alien creatures that you find out have actually been working for the government. And since they were young, the government has brought them up to be assassins because their power is this ability to cloak themselves, and it works better than any technology. Although when you found out that Supergirl could kind of see them with her X-ray vision, I was like, aren't there X-ray things all over the place? But I was like, I'll let it go. So they have these assassins, and you find out that her and the Asian dude too, one of the dudes was an Asian dude.
Yep.
That they trained them through fear by making them afraid of them.
Right.
So then when...
Oh, yeah. Oh, girl, I was looking at that Asian dude. I was like, that's Russell Wong, ain't it? And I was like, I know my Russell Wong anywhere. I had been in love with him since the Joy Luck Club.
He fine as hell. I'm sorry. If you have not ever seen the Joy Luck Club, watch it just to watch Russell Wong eat a watermelon.
Girl, tell her.
I mean, I'm not going to say that was like my first sexual awakening, but I'm just going to say that some things were awoken when I watched that scene.
Yes.
Okay, just you could probably Google it. It's probably on YouTube. Just Google Russell Wong eating a watermelon or watermelon scene Joy Luck Club.
Look, all I'm saying is, Russell, if you're single, call a sister. That's all I'm saying.
Hey. Ooh, that took me back. But yeah, I was just like, okay, you have these two people of color who raise these aliens to be assassins using fear and violence. And then the president is like, well, we can't have any attachment to any aliens in government. So let's kill them. Let's kill the secret cloaking aliens we've trained to be assassins.
Because why not?
I was like, did no one thought this through? No one? Anyone?
Apparently not.
Like we were gonna lure them there and blow them up. Really? That was your whole plan.
Right.
Whole entire plan. Okay. And then you knew that whatever they had done to them must have been so fucked up, because the one alien, when they were like, we're taking you back to the DEO, the one alien was like, I would rather die.
He was like, fuck all that noise. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Peace. Killed himself. I wasn't ready for that.
Well, yeah, when he whipped out them claws, I was like, oh shit, about to go after Supergirl.
Wait, I guess you're not in trouble.
That alien was like, fuck this.
No, and thank you.
So fucked up. Yeah, so I'm just like, come on, people. Like, I need everyone to do better. And then the whole entire time, so like on top of all this stuff that's happening, the whole entire time in the background, Haley is trying to find out the identity of Supergirl. Because her reasoning is that if we find out the identity of Supergirl, then she'll be forced to work with us.
And submit to our control.
I'm so disappointed in this woman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so thoroughly disappointed. I don't think you understand. Like
it's not even disappointed. I'm flat out, outright disgusted with this whole scenario. I hate that they've written her this way. And I get, some people are going to come through, well, it's based on a comic and comic book villains are like this. I'm like, but yeah, they've been doing better with this show in terms of bringing nuance. Hello, Agent Liberty. You saw his entire character arc. He's not a cartoon villain. And they've done a good job not creating cartoon villains out of cartoon villains. So why can't you do that for the sister?
And then on top of it, like, whether you want to do the whole, like, well, this is how comic book villains are, this is why it's not just about changing the skin color. This is why it's not just about, oh, we're going to gender bend this character and make them a woman. It's like, when you do that, then you also do have to pick up those nuances of what that character, how things are different now that they're in a different skin. And that's what the part that they're not doing with Haley anyway.
Right.
And it's really frustrating. So, like, the scene where, because Alex, poor Alex. Alex the whole time is sitting there like, I can't do this. I can't work for this woman. I cannot do this. She has no line. I can't be the only one holding the line. I cannot do this. And Kara is like, you have to be the moral compass of the DEO if she's not going to be it. And so then when the aliens are coming after her, and mind you, Alex is like, we don't use lethal force. Haley is like, bring on the guns. Like, everything.
Everything.
She's like, to throw everything at them. Grenades, I don't care. Like, mind you, also because she knew if they got past the defenses.
Look, they was coming for her ass.
They were so ready. It was so messed up. So like she's about like the alien got to her as we thought would happen. And Kara comes in and saves her. And again, did not have to do this. Kara still manages to save her and not kill the alien. Because Kara's like, we're going to be amazing and perfect. And the minute she saves her, she's all like, I know who you are. I found out who you are. And now you have to work for us. And you're going to be forced to do what I say. And if you don't do what I say, we will tell who you are. And your friends and your family will be in danger. Until Alex socks the shit out of her.
Okay, backing up though. First of all, I love that with the exception of the white guy. And I still think that quote unquote white lady has some like brown in her. Everybody that actually knew who Kara was people of color. Mm-hmm. But I'm mad that the first lady who's like, I'll never tell, was the first one to tell.
Yeah. Homegirl broke.
That girl went in there and walked on like, I ain't say shit, man. I ain't no snitch. And she came in there like, and this is my social security number. And this is my bank account number. And I took a sandwich from, she probably told everything.
You ain't right.
I take this orgasm just because I wanted it to be over. She was a mess.
She really was. She really, really was. I did feel bad that it was her. And then what was so fucked up about it? So I got this. Like, not only was she the one who broke, but then when Alex was going to approach the aliens when they came in, Haley was like, no, not you. Her. I was like, why you gonna put this girl on the front lines when you know she probably gonna end up fucked up? Like, Haley ain't right. Oh my god, it's so messed up. Yeah, I did. I was like, this is really messed up. Yeah, so then they call in John to wipe her mind. And I do appreciate that John was like, yo, just, I'm going to do it. But like, FYI, fucking with people's minds against their will, that's a form of violence. Still not okay.
Let the record show.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't say no, but this is still wrong. But of course, like, he can't erase her intention. So he can erase what she knows about Supergirl, but he can't erase her desire to find out Supergirl's identity.
And so apparently they have this alien that even Brainy was like, fuck, I didn't know y'all had that. Which can basically compel people to tell. Mm-hmm. So that everyone who knows agrees to have their mind wiped, which includes Alex. Yeah. And it wasn't until the episode had truly ended that I realized what that meant. I was like, this isn't just her current life. This is her entire life. Alex was about 15 when Kara landed. She knows everything from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. So she's erasing every memory of Kara having superpowers.
And Kara being an alien. And I'm like, because I was crying for Kara when, they were talking about it. But it wasn't until the episode was over that I realized what that truly meant and why Kara was upset about the current, but really upset about the entirety of our relationship. And part of the basis of it will be gone.
Yeah.
That connection from our meeting to now will be gone. And I'm like, holy hell.
Yeah. It's so messed up. And part of it too is when we first met Kara and Alex, like, they were cool, mm-hmm. but they, it's like the working together, like that relationship of being Supergirl and working at the DEO, like their adventures together even, Yeah. Also, I wonder how that works because do you erase all of you erase all the things that connect Kara to Supergirl, but also I'm like, does Alex then like ever look at her sister and go, girl, you look also a lot like Supergirl?
That, but then like, how did you come to be my sister? how did you come to be in my house? How do you explain that I remember pieces of our childhood, but not all of it? How do you explain it? And then how do you explain that to Haley?
Yeah.
Who's going to pick up on it?
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
And this is why, amongst other reasons, Colonel Haley needs to die.
It'll be interesting. I want to see, because it's like kind of going back to like first season, because everyone right off jump knew Kara was an alien for the most part, except for Jimmy. No. Mm-hmm. Didn't Jimmy find out pretty early on too? Because he knew Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew early.
So he knew, like, pretty much.
She's only second to DEO.
Yeah. And so this will be really, really interesting to see it, just in terms of like how it gets played out. Because it's like going back to like first season of The Flash when like Iris didn't know that Barry was the Flash. And so like every episode it was like, gotta zoom out of here before somebody finds out, you know, like wacky hijinks as we try to hide my identity. But we didn't have a ton of that with Kara. We really only had it with like Kat and trying to keep her identity secret at work. But, you know, pretty much everybody knows now. So, ooh, do you think Haley would try and like call in Jimmy?
What reason would she have to?
Just
she knows that Jimmy knows
Superman's identity.
But legally, can she do that?
I mean, legally, the DEO kind of sort of doesn't exist. Like when Alex and them go out, they pretend to be other agents. True.
But I don't think she could get away with that. And I don't think that, she'd have to kidnap Jimmy. And with him being a reporter, she can't go that road.
Yeah. It'd just be interesting to see how she tries to get around it or, you know, find other people. Yeah. This is just going to be rough. I feel bad for Kara. And then, so this super random, or not super random, but they open with Russian Kara again, who they're training to like take out drones and all sorts of missiles and all sorts of stuff.
Problem.
So I'm wondering if that's going to be part of it too.
Yeah.
Like that they don't know anymore that Kara is Supergirl, and then what happens when this other Supergirl looking person shows up? Or, you know, like what if like the whole like Kara being confronted with an evil version of herself kind of thing, like, and then not having the people that she loves to support her because, you know. So I think it'll just bring some interesting stuff. They are really, really, really drawing out this Russian Supergirl situation. Like we get a nugget every other episode.
This is true. At the same time, I mean, it's a 22 episode season.
No, I totally get that, but I'm like, I just feel like we're no further. Like we've seen her punch holes inside the mountains. We've seen her fight missiles and drones. Yeah, I just don't know where we're going with this. Like they've given us nothing else other than people saying comrade a lot. Like that's about it. And then there was no Captain Liberty at all.
I mean, he's in jail, so we'll probably be back around to him. But we got to get my girl Nia into her costume.
Yes.
Because Lord Jesus, because Brainy called her beautiful, and she thought she was on a date, and he's like, "No one as beautiful as you would want to go out with me." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this ship must sail. This ship must sail."
I love Brainy, but I was also like, "Really, bro? Really, bro?
What?
You called her up, you asked her out to dinner, and like you didn't tell her it was like dinner to talk about your like super secret code name and possible costume choices. And you thought it wasn't a date, and then she showed up, and y'all are sitting at a fancy ass restaurant. She got on a nice ass dress. It's candlelight on these tables, bruh. Like, I was like, Brainy, if you don't get it together. I was so annoyed with him. So yeah, he was pissing me off with that. Like, I get it. They're doing the, like, you know, he's so smart, he's dumb kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it is really frustrating. It's like, I need you to act like you understand how the world works.
Yeah.
You're really fucking smart. I need you to at least pretend. So sorry. I went to go look up the comments, and someone who I haven't talked to since middle school sent me some, like, a minute with God thing.
Oh, Lord.
I just feel like if you follow me, you know. That's not going to be a thing. That was pretty random. Yeah, I'm really excited for Nia to get her costume and decide, you know, to go full superhero. I posted in the group the picture of what her costume is going to look like. Looks awesome. It's giving me, like, Jessie Quick kind of vibes.
Yeah, although, like I said in the group, that picture of her reminded me of Holly Marie Combs. For those of you who don't know who that is, she played Piper on the original Charm series.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for that.
Ready.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the ship, too, even if Brainy is acting dumb.
And also, can we talk about John and Brainy and that whole discussion? That was freaking adorable. Like, oh, you left something. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No. It was so cute. I love John's new office, though. It's very
I do. When they walked in and they were like, new office, I was like, ooh, new set.
It's very British, which is funny because they don't have David using his accent, natural accent.
I wonder if, like, that was just like a little boost in money, or are they not? They haven't really been using the bar set that much.
No, not at all.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Because, like, I like how the Flash, like, this season introduced a whole new, like, part of the thing that we had never seen before, which was a lounge. And I really feel like they just introduced it because Jesse L. Williams couldn't walk.
Yeah, probably.
And they were like, there's a lounge. See, he's sitting on the couch. That's what he does all the time. We just never showed you the lounge.
That you didn't know existed.
I love when shows do that. It's like, do you remember that season of Lost where they were like, these characters have been in the background the whole time. Now all of a sudden they're part of the main cast, and everybody was like, I've watched these scenes 10 million times looking for clues. Y'all just made these people up. All right. Anything else before we get to the comments?
It was a good episode, but they need to do better.
Yeah, it was a really good episode because I had a extremely visceral reaction.
Yeah.
It was just that my extremely visceral reaction is that I want to put a knife right through her throat.
She's got to die.
Yeah.
Maybe Red Cara will do it.
Yeah. Because honestly, either she has to die or she has to come to their side. But we've already seen what happens when she finds out. So we know how that, like, usually what happens on these superhero type shows is that person who's been an antagonist finds out the secret identity and then becomes a good guy because they're like, oh, you're a good person. But she found out Kara's identity and was like, this is great material to blackmail you with. So I don't think it's going to turn out that way. So yeah, we like, it just needs to, she needs to go, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not going to be over here advocating for the death of a black woman.
I am. Nope. She can't come back. They have made her pretty irredeemable.
And you can direct your hate mail to @thedoctorisn 2015 on Twitter.
Any redemption they try with her now is going to be empty and hollow.
True.
Anyway, we're going to start with an email from Hiroja. Hey, boo. Hey, guys. So, watch television this week was very weird and emotional for me. And keep it short, I just talk about Sunday. My team, the Chiefs, did not make it to the Super Bowl. It sucks what it is. And I thought to myself, well, Supergirl is going to be off on that. Will cheer me up. Damn it. Look, I get why Alex made the decision she made, but goddamn, did it get me in the feels? Is it me or was I the only one who thought John was just mind wiping people about Supergirl's secret identity on policy? I knew he was walking a different path, but I thought maybe when he made his exit, he might have done it to protect the girls. He did. That was why. And the people who got wiped agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other reason he was okay doing it. They all said, no, we want to protect her. So if that means taking our memories, go for it.
And I appreciated that too. That even that they threw in the line to let you know.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, while it makes sense what Alex did, this is a bad plan and will backfire, just like Lena and Jimmy getting back together. Oh, we didn't talk about the fact that Lena told Jimmy about her experimentation. He was like, I'm down.
I feel away. And that's also why I continue to advocate for my Jimmy Carr ship. Because this ain't it.
That bit, Cara Drago is getting scarier and scarier each time we see her. I do not know what the end game is, but I do not think this is one fight Supergirl can win. Yeah, she can't love her way out of this one, I don't think.
Wait, are we calling her Cara Drago? Because I actually really like that.
I'm okay with it. Thanks to that, Hiroshi. I hadn't considered that, but that's perfect.
That's so perfect. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Jesse was really hoping the aliens would take care of the Haley problem, but I knew Kara would save Haley, and she would still try to control her. I do wish the memory removal was temporary. Like, they should have blocked Alex's memories until Haley's investigation is over. The problem with that is that Alien was going to... They said nothing. Brainy could get around it because he's synthetic, but there was human tissue cannot get around it. No blocking would work. It would pull it all out. It seems like this is something that can't go on more than until the end of the season. But what if it does?
I don't know. By the way, also, that was super creepy when that alien thing wrapped its like tentacles around the arm and it was like
face huggerish.
Yes. That's what I was like. Like when that woman stuck her arm in it, she was like, I am not comfortable with this. I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm with you.
Latoya says Haley is the worst. If Kara saving her life ain't making her stop being a jerk, then she just has to die. Also, Brainy is cute, but I miss Win. Believe it or not, I don't.
I mean, Brainy, you called him Win early in the episode. He's basically the same character.
I know. Sting, wow.
Wait, I just want to point out that now we have how many black people out here wishing for black women to die? I'm just saying.
That's 3 of us now. Wow, a quote-unquote military officer using blackmail to get what she wants. If that isn't a violation of the honor code and uniform code of military justice, I don't know what the fuck is. Sounds like conduct on becoming an officer. I just cringe every time they lean into these civilians being members of the military. When the fuck did the DEO become a branch of service? I just want to throw my goddamn tablet. So Alex was hired at the DEO, or was this assigned as her duty station? My God, my head hurts.
Yeah, it's weird because like the way they kind of, I think it's always been set up as like a military / scientific organization. Mm-hmm. So I don't know the change because also Alex, like part of the reason she was a DEO agent is because she's also a scientist,
right?
So I don't know the
I'm
chain
read
of command.
Those replies because they're pertinent. I left before watching the last few minutes of the episode. It doesn't make any sense. Alex threatened to quit because she didn't want to work with Haley, and Kara telling her to quit when she didn't want her to get her mind wiped makes no sense. You can just quit your military service. Either you're a civilian, which is what is based on in previous seasons as John helped her get the job, or she's an active member of the military. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too. I hate that saying, by the way. Who procures cake with no intention of eating it? It's cake, but I digress. Oh, well, here's the crazy but factual part. If she's an officer, she can quit, aka resign her commission. And I think when Lucy took over, when they were on CBS, they rolled him under the military. I think you're right. I have to go back. And then Sting says, I will say the DEO uniforms are light years better than Argus uniforms on Arrow. They look like renter cops. I even tweeted David Harewood a couple of seasons ago about one of the sweater shirts he was wearing, which looked so dope. Of course, I couldn't pull off that look because I don't have his physique. But if I did, I'd definitely wear some shit like that. Then I too could be a fake military member, civilian employee of a government agency, accompanied by a picture of Rachel Dolezal.
I like to point out that Sting could definitely pull off that sweater. Whatever.
No, don't believe his lies. Don't believe his lies. We have seen him in person, and he is lying.
I'm just saying. These are untruths, sir.
And then he finally says, I really want Kara to pull a Big Sean and step to Haley on that ship. Like, I don't fuck with you. Gil Jose, it can be vertically or horizontally, but Haley needs to go. However, before she leaves, John needs to pull that sweet potato pie recipe from her.
Oh my God, I forgot about the sweet potato pie. See, this is why y'all be out here remembering the details. True.
Wow.
That should be the real mystery. What's up with the sweet potato pie?
And that is it. Oh, and that brings our number to 4 people who want her dead.
Okay. I'm just saying, I'm not going to be out here advocating for the death of a black woman, but y'all do you. Y'all do you.
Look.
But, you know, again, can't believe all black women.
Do the research.
Do the research. Oh, thank you guys so much for coming back with us. We'll be back next week. Also, we will have a new episode of Black Lightning this week, but then after that, we're moving to ends of these little books and chapters and verses. We'll do a chunk at a time. But we're going to come back and close out this last book, which I didn't mention, but I'm going to say it again. It was called Gift of the Magi, and there was nothing Gift of the Magi about that episode. I'm just, me and Black Lightning aren't in a fight right now. So I feel away. But yes, thank you for coming back. We will have a new episode of Black Lightning. We will have new Supergirl next week. We're getting back into the groove slowly but surely. We really appreciate you listening.